Outstanding business. Again. Take 5 minutes to go and research this, and you're going to understand at the cost, with the upside, the ceiling of this player, Liverpool may have just pulled off another masterclass that nobody, zero people saw coming. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Get that bell notification button turned on. I can't believe it's another day where I'm sitting here reacting to something Liverpool were doing, and I can't slag it off. I can't say it's bad. I can't look for a problem. Now, I knew very, very little about the new centre-back that Liverpool have just agreed a deal for. If you don't know who this player is, go and take a little look into Giovanni Leoni, 18-year-old centre-back, based in Italy. I never heard of him. I never, ever will lie to my audiences and pretend that I'm this footballing encyclopedia and I've heard of every player, I know about every player. I saw Liverpool links. I saw £30 million the price. And I thought, right, here we go. Here's a chance to maybe look at a player they're wasting money on. Every single scouting report, every single compilation, every single article that I read prior, my rule of thumb, in case you're new to my channels, my rule of thumb is I find scouting reports from many weeks, if not months, if you can do years, it's hard with an 18-year-old, before they're linked to that said club. Because when a player gets linked to a big club, loads of people jump on the bandwagon, they start writing and talking about how brilliant a player is. And they can often paper over cracks. They can mislead you a little bit just so that they can hype up this player. But everything I'm reading is concerning, sobering, worrying, frustrating as a rival. This man is the perfect heir to Virgil van Dijk. This man is the perfect long-term replacement for Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League centre-back. In every single facet he is. And we know with Van Dijk aging, Liverpool want this player in the squad now. So he can learn from Van Dijk, can learn the system, he can acclimatise to English football without the need, without the pressure, without the sort of backdrop of you've got to be ready today. Man United signed a fantastic centre-back in Leone, who I believe will go to very high levels. But at 18, 19 years of age, having to come in and be one of the main men instantly is a different type of pressure. There is also the possibility here, and I'd have to look at this, so don't quote me on this one, he might even eventually qualify as a homegrown player if they register him in the right way due to his age. This is a masterstroke, a masterpiece, a masterstroke. It is a demonstration of fantastic planning for the future, a quality player for the here and now, another notch in the bedpost for Liverpool this summer. He will be one of Europe's, or okay, let me rephrase this. There is a high chance probability if he's developed right, if he's nurtured correctly, that he becomes one of Europe's next defensive superstars. In his homeland, he's already been referred to as the new Cannavaro. That's his sort of nickname that has been well publicized. There are very famous performances in the last 12 months against Lukaku's and the Vlahovic's. Why are they signalled out in these scouting reports? Why are they being discussed at large in the Italian press? If you know anything about these two players, the size and the physicality, the presence and the experience, this man in games has outmuscled them. This man has kept them nullified. Young 18-year-old Leone has done a impeccable job at doing that. And I think that's something that shouldn't be... So I'm just moving my screen over here. Shouldn't be something that is underestimated about this man. At 18 years of age, to play with that comfort, with that confidence, I just think it is an absolutely impeccable attribute to have. And it's something that shouldn't be, in my personal opinion, overlooked. Some people may overlook it. I personally wouldn't overlook it, but that's just me. He's fearless, elite, sky-high potential. Now, what's been said, now this wasn't said specifically, but I'm going to change the wording. I'm saying Liverpool are landing a future world-class centre-back. Most of the scouting reports have stated this is a future world-class centre-back based on his potential as a youth player and what he has demonstrated in his short professional career so far. Then you get into the physical side of things, and this young man's a beast. He's a beast with brains to match. Okay? 6'4", 6'5". Okay? He's a machine. He's powerful. He's got a decent amount of pace about him. And the one thing that 3 different scouting reports and about 8 different articles that I've read today said, he has this sort of unshakable calmness for such a young player. Now, nobody is stating that he's perfect. Nobody is stating that he doesn't need to improve. Nobody is claiming he's the finished article at 18. That would be hyperbole. That would be an exaggeration. That would be well over the top. He reads the game, though, already like a little bit of a veteran. So far in his career, rarely makes mistakes. He can pass and he can carry the ball with composure. He is the perfect modern-day defender for the way Arne Slot wants Liverpool to continue playing with that aggressive high line. And the beauty, and we spoke about this at the beginning, the beauty of this deal is that he can do it knowing that Konate and Gomez, and of course Van Dijk are there, most likely Mark Gahey, because these are separate deals completely, are already ahead of him in the pecking order. They have the pressure on their shoulders due to their age and experience. He can come in, bide his time for a very small period, take his opportunities when they arrive, but he knows he doesn't need to be the star man. He'll want to be center. He'll want to be in the center of things. He'll want to be playing. But it comes with an element of low pressure because of the squad depth. Then when you look at Liverpool, you look at the actual squad depth. Mark Gahey, 35 million. Young Leone, another 30 million. That's now 5 centre-backs. And we spoke about this last night, and I feel the same. There was this hope rivals had that, maybe Liverpool will forget to address the back line. So much money been spent up front. No. They are not only this summer going to rebuild their attack, they're going to rebuild their defence. They've bought a goalkeeper for the future in case Alisson leaves. The midfield was rebuilt last year, but then it frees up money to be spent next summer purely and simply on midfield. And anyone asking a question, how can Liverpool afford to do this? One, learn football finance. Don't use net spend. It's not a barometer that clubs used. Liverpool barely spent a penny last year. They're making profits. Their revenue is going up. The prize money from the trophies that they have won. And they're going for the big one. And with the money they're going to spend this year, if the majority of it goes to plan, they won't have to spend a fraction of this next season. It might be they go out and try and buy a Carlos Baleba if he's still available for 100 million to add into their midfield. But they are not going to need strikers. They're not going to need wide players. That may be a left winger, potentially. They're not going to need fullbacks. They've literally got Connor Bradley and Frimpong, Robertson and Kirkheads. They're going to have centre-backs of Van Dijk, Gahey, Konate, Leone, Gomez. They might next summer with Konate leaving, Gomez, with his injury, but buy somebody else. But the strength in depth is still going to be there. They are so future-proof right now. It is frustrating. The strength in depth, the world-class quality, the amazingly talented young players, what Liverpool were doing, and I got a lot of stick for saying this last time, but it's because toaster people and amoebas don't understand sarcasm. This should be illegal. This should be illegal for no other reason than I don't like it. That's it. On a level, though, more fantastic bit. I thought I'll have a day or two now. I thought maybe some Chelsea breaking news, Super Cup tonight. I thought I could just stick. I've got to talk about it. Everything I've read today, I'm just sitting there and going, why, oh, why? Why, God, why? Like a scene out of Miss Saigon. Why, God, why are you doing this to me now? Congratulations, Liverpool. Your club is already gigantic, but you run so amazingly well. The squad is as close to perfect as you could ever ask it to be. It's going to take, and I said this last week, I've got my Premier League predictions coming later this week, by the way, so keep an eye out for it. It's going to take, I mean this 100%, it's going to take one of the greatest team and managerial performances in modern-day Premier League history to stop Liverpool this year. That is how good this manager, this team, this squad is, and the way they're run. You add that in, you create one whole caboodle, almost unstoppable. Give me your thoughts, give me your opinions in the comments section below. Hit the like button as well, really important to us that you do that, and we'll see you all again soon. Peace!